We are entering into 2022, and I have no clue where the new year went. You guys remember when we were here last year? Well, we're about to enter into 2023. And don't worry, because in today's video, we're going to be talking about preparing ourselves, especially as a chronic illness patient, for the new year. There are 10 things that I think we need to organize before we go into this new year. So if you guys know anyone that could benefit from these types of videos, please go ahead and share it with them. And if you're new to my channel, what's up? Take a moment and hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because it does help my channel. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I want everybody to do is take a look at your insurance plan. It is that time. Do you need to update your insurance plan? Do you need to change your insurance plan? Because as you guys know, open enrollment is now. These are things that we have to consider. Are they allowing us to have certain coverages with our medications? What needs to be changed? Do we need a new plan? That's just something that I think that we all need to discuss. We all need to talk about is our insurance, because so many things are changing constantly. And it's just time that we start looking into other options if that is available for you. Don't just stick with what you know. If you're paying money every single month, open that book, see what comes to you, see what benefits come to you, because it's so important that, health is the most important thing to us, right? Especially when you battle a chronic illness, insurance is needed, but not just any insurance, the right insurance, so you can get the right coverage at any time in case an emergency happens. So that's the first thing I want you guys to do, is just look at your plan, update it if needed. And if it does it, fine, cross that one off your list. So the second thing I want you guys to do, it is time, you guys. We all know we have a lot of paperwork all over. It's time to declutter your paperwork. Organize yourselves, organize your household bills, organize your medical bills. Something that I like to do, which I personally have, is a file cabinet. So you get yourself a nice little file cabinet with a little key so you can lock it so nobody's rumbling through your paperwork at home to mess up your organization. Because what you're going to do is you're going to get tabs. And on those tabs, you're going to organize things. So if it's your primary, if it's your kidney doctor, your lupus doctor, whatever it is, whichever bills you get, you're going to organize it. Because I'll have to say, sometimes, these hospitals and these doctors mess up. And sometimes you get double bill for things. And, thank God that the insurance, sometimes kicks it back. I know that's happened to me where my doctor has sent in payment twice and my insurance is like, ho, ho, ho. We already paid that. I like to keep everything nicely organized so I can find things at any moment to say, hey, you owe this. Oh, no, I don't. I paid it on this date. It's right here in my file cabinet. It's easy for me to pull out and show them. So just keeping everything nicely organized. And this is not just medical bills. This is like your household bills, any important documents, your life insurance, whatever it may be that you need access to. We need to have a better system. So if you're organized, things will go a whole lot smoother. So just kind of create a little organization system, but just declutter. Get rid of some of that old paperwork that is no longer useless. We all have that area maybe in our house where we just pile up all the bills or pile up all the paperwork. Get rid of them. Do that before the new year starts. And I want all of this done, you guys. Everything I'm talking about, I suggest that we do this before the new year so we can just go into the new year with a new slate. Having a new slate for the new year is great, but you also want to make sure that you're filing things properly. So yes, you have your file cabinet for day-to-day things right now, but where do you put, they always say that you should hold on to important documents, your tax forms, whatever it may be, for 5 to 7 years. Where are you organizing this? So like for me, I have a certain area that I put away all of my stuff. So when the year is done, like we're going to end out 2022, I'm going to file everything. I'm going to get one of those big like folders. If it's a manila folder, whatever, I think that's what it's called. Or just like a packaging, whatever you want to use. Put everything for that year, mark the year on it, and file it away. Put it away, a rest from your file cabinet. This is just somewhere maybe in your closet, your basement, or, wherever you put those things. But you need to be holding your paperwork for 5 to 7 years so you can look back in case something happens, you get audited, anything, you have easy access to pull all of that information. So just because the year is done, don't just throw your things in the garbage. Make sure you actually file it away. And when we hit that year mark, you guys, 5, 7 years, get rid of this stuff. Don't continue to bring that old baggage with you. We don't need anything past that time frame. Just throw them away, shred it. I just throw it away. Remember, you guys, this is like your social security number. This is all your important stuff on there. You want to make sure you're shredding things properly. So another tip that I also use for organizing myself as well is I use a Google Drive. Are you guys familiar with that? Comment below and let me know. So basically, if I need quick access to certain things on hand, I already have important things in certain folders on my Google Drive. So you can use your phone to log in, put your password in, you can log into your Google Drive. You will have like an access, it's the cloud storage. So yes, you have, your file cabinet, you have your extended area where you put all of like the years, but you also have your Google Drive for those important documents as well. So you can have it on hand. So like a copy of like your medical card, I should say, your medical card, whatever it is, just in case you forget it. At home, when you go to your doctor's office, you can just pull it up in your phone and you have easy access to it. So number 3 is going to be clean out your drawers in your house and your glove box in your car, because we all have that junk drawer. I know I am not the only one that has that junk drawer in my house where you just have random things around because you don't really know where to put them. You guys, we need to clean that out. It's to the point where that drawer probably doesn't even open anymore. So clean out that, take everything out. If the pens don't work, they don't write, there's no lead in the pencils, get rid of these things. These are things that are coming into the new year that we don't. We need to start letting go some of this heavy weight, and that includes things in our house. There's no reason for us to be a hoarder. We don't need it. We don't use it. We need to get rid of it. But I know you guys have that drawer. Don't act like you don't have that drawer. I know you guys have that drawer. So pull out that drawer. Even if it's stuck, figure it out, open it, clean it out, get rid of the stuff, because you guess what? In 2023, it's going to be filled up again. So we just want to clear it out for the new year. So number 4 that I think is so important is that we do a recap, a review of our year. So since we're in 2022, I think that you should see where your finances is year to date. How much did you spend on certain things? How much did you spend on food? How much did you spend on subscription? That includes all the Netflix, the podcast subscriptions, whatever you have out there, and just see, is it still serving you? Do you still need these things in your life? Because if you want to start a new budget, you got to see where your money was going. I'm going to be honest. I have a very bad habit. A lot of my money every single year, most of it goes into food, eating out, doing things of that nature. And every year I said, I'm going to get better, and I might get a little bit better, but I still have some improvement to do. I think this year I did pretty good with my food. I've been cooking a lot more meals at home. I was really diligent because I was working out and I was doing things, and I had a little schedule and meal planning and prepping. So that really helped me in regards to budgeting. But I always think that it's so important that we do a financial recap to see where our money is going and where we can actually, just rotate that money into something else. There's a lot of people that are losing jobs right now. Things are happening in the economy, and I just think it's so important to know exactly where you are. You can't go into the new year blinded. You need to know what you can improve on, how you can save a little bit more money. And the only way to do that is to recap and review what you actually did with the funds that you did receive in this current year. So number 5 is to organize your closet. So many people have clothes that are like worn out, dingy, but not even that. Your life has completely changed. For me, for example, I had the kidney transplant and my weight has been fluctuating up and down. If you're not wearing these clothes, get rid of them, guys. You want to get rid of things so we can bring in some new things. For example, if you've gained weight or lost weight, get rid of the old clothes. So prepare yourself for the new. In the last video, we talk about self-image, right? We talk about improving our self-image. Well, that's getting rid of the clothes that you had at dialysis if you're no longer on dialysis. We don't want to be reminded of those things. We want to get rid of those, the old clothes, the big clothes, the too tight clothes, whatever it may be. But it's that time to declutter. And there's a lot of people out here that are in need. So if you're clothes are in still good condition, consider donating them. Consider giving them to a shelter so someone else can use that, because you're not using it, guys. Let's be real. It's been about 5-6 years and you're still holding on to that same sweater, that same jeans, hoping that one day you're going to fit them. Let it go. It's time. Let it go. So for the new year, promise yourself you're going to let go some of those clothes that's in your closet. So number 6 is for everyone to declutter their electronic devices. And I'm talking about the apps, the photos. You have no storage on your tablet, your cell phone. What you can do is get like an external hard drive. Put all those precious photos that you have of your kids and your pets and your family moments, put them on the hard drive so you can clear off, so you can have some space into the new year. And that's including like the apps that no longer serve you. There are actually apps out there, if you search, that will actually tell you which apps you haven't been using, and you can get rid of big files that's on your computer, whatever that's holding back the memory space that you need. Let's start getting rid of that. Start looking for those apps to clear up all that old stuff. We don't need that. We're going into 2023. We want a fresh start. We want a clean slate. So let's get rid of all of those old pictures. Because, sometimes you screenshot because you're being nosy and you want to come back to it, and you probably have a whole lot of screenshots in your phone. Let's get rid of them, guys. Okay. So let's do that tonight. If you're able to, as soon as you're done watching this video, pull out your phone, go through and say, you know what? I don't need this app. I don't need these pictures, and just declutter. So number 7 is going to be update your calendar. So as we are entering into the new year, we're already making new appointments. Go buy you a calendar, guys. Even if it's one that you want to keep electronically, that's fine. I'm old school. I like having a book. I do use my phone to put things in, but I like having a book. I write it down. Like my mom always says, if it's not written down, it's not happening. So I make sure that I write everything down. So this is the time to update if anything changes. Like my schedule is constantly changing. I am the coach for my son's basketball team. So the schedule changes, the games changes. So I always have to update that. But not only that, I have so many doctor's appointments coming up. Well, you may need to get one. I already bought mine for 2023 and it's already filling up, from wedding dates to travel plans to whatever I need to do. I even have it where I'm able to have like just blank pages and what I'm going to eat, my groceries. I do everything in this binder. So make sure that you get a new calendar and start to update that for the new year, just so you don't forget, because your schedule is so hectic. Number 8, this is for all my chronic illness patients that have tons and tons of medication. Clean out your medicine cabinet. Let me say that again for the people in the back watching this. Clean out your medicine cabinet. You guys, I promise you, this is something that I have to do every single year, because my doctors are always prescribing something, and either I don't need it after some time, they expire. You have to. And I want you to dispose of this carefully. Don't just throw this anywhere, because, they may have young ones, things may happen, the water system. Just be careful in how you're disposing your medications, but open up that cabinet, look through everything. Are you using it? If you haven't used it in the last couple months, look in the back of it. Is it expired? Get rid of them. If you're not using them, there's no reason. We have like 3 shelves full of medication. Like, that's ridiculous. So I'm telling you from my own experience to please go ahead and clean out the medicine cabinet, because they're no longer serving you and they're just holding up space. Again, in 2023, it's just having this fresh start. And when you open up the medicine cabinet, honestly, we should have maybe 1 or 2 shelves. You have, your cold and flu medications. You have maybe your vitamins and, your prescription drugs. But there's things that, I used to get from the hospital. I bring home, I put it up in the cabinet, and I don't see it for months at a time. So what is that time? To clear up, wipe everything down, and reorganize it so you know what you have. Because sometimes you waste money because you think, oh, I don't have any vitamin D. Well, you go home, you got like 2 bottles of vitamin D sitting there because you didn't go through the back of your cabinet to see what you actually had. So that's what we need to do. So that is the next task on the list. So I hope you guys are taking notes, because we all can do from a little refresher for the new year. So the next one is to clean out your pantry. There are people that are hungry right now, right? And you have food that's in your pantry from God knows when, and you're not eating it. Maybe you changed your diet. You no longer eat meat. Why do you still have, sausages? Or why do you still have certain things in your pantry? Let's start giving out things, the canned foods that you didn't eat. We could have donated it for Thanksgiving, but maybe you forgot. but let's donate it maybe for the Christmas holidays, or just get rid of it because it's no longer serving you. But not only that, guys, sometimes you have some things in your pantry way in the back because you haven't even looked at it for a while that's expired. It's not healthy. Get rid of that. So I want everybody to go through their pantry. I did this a couple of years ago. I think 2 years ago, I want to say. I actually took everything out my pantry, put everything on the countertops, and I swept, I cleaned, I actually painted the walls, refreshed it, and I organized things. If it was expired, I got rid of it. If I'm no longer eating this type of food, I donated it, and I just organized it nice and neat. Certain cans go with certain cans. You know, you have your liquids over here. You have just your boxes. If you eat cereal, whatever it is, just put everything nice and neat and organized. I'm telling you, it makes you feel so good when you walk into your pantry and it's light and it's airy and it's organized, and you know you can find certain things. You know you're out of black beans because it's not in the black bean section. You know what you actually need instead of rebuying things over and over. You know, you buy that pasta box like 3 or 4 times knowing you got like 5, but you can't remember. So just bring everything to the forefront and you will have a clean pantry. You will get rid, and you'll do a good deed as well. Because like I said, there's a lot of people that are hungry. There's more homeless people out there. Whatever you can do to help other people in this time of need, I suggest doing this. And I love doing this with my family, especially when it comes to the clothes and the food, because again, we know that, you know, there are people that are in worse situations than us, and it's great to give back. It's such a rewarding feeling to know that you're able to help those that really, really need it. So number 10 is I want you guys to update your contact information. That means your address, your phone number with everyone that is important. Go down the list. Sometimes our phone numbers change, our address change because we've moved. And within that transition, you forget to update your insurance company, your life insurance, even your family members and friends. So take a moment to figure out, who do I need to give this new number to? You know, if that's the medication company, whatever it may be, update everybody. Make a list of all the people that are important in your life, because sometimes you don't want to give your information out to anybody, right? Because we're trying to get rid of people. We're not trying to bring those old baggages in. But the important ones, we want to make sure we update them with all of that information. It's so important to make sure that you have the correct information on file, especially when it comes to like the billing department. You guys already know you're not trying to have bills going to collections because they can't find you. You moved, your number is not the same. They will try different forms to get hold of you, but just be responsible and do that. Anytime you change your address or your phone number, make that update. It's so simple. I just think that these were some great, awesome tips that I personally wanted to share. These are things that I do every single year to get ready for the new year. I'm the type of person that likes organization. I like everything to be nicely organized and clean. I'm a clean freak. I can't help it, guys. It's just in my DNA. And my kids probably hate it, but it's okay. When they grow up, they'll thank me later in life. But you just want to organize things, clean up, give yourself a refresher, go into this new year strong. We're starting over. We got a new chance at life. And it's like, we just want to just live intentionally, and we don't want to bring over the old baggage, and we just want to move differently, right? We're working on our self-image. We're working on our organization skills. We're working on all of it. And this helps as a whole just to get control of your life. So if you guys like videos like this, comment below and let me know, because I'm kind of going into this direction of just going over things of like, just things like this, because you guys already know I had my kidney transplant. We're coming up on 3 years. Woohoo! I'm so excited, but there's only so many kidney videos I can do. So I can talk about life lessons. I can talk about things of this nature, just improving day-to-day life, organizing, budgeting yourself, things of that nature. I just think this is the direction I kind of want the channel to go to. So let me know, but I want to keep it focused on you, because this channel will not be what it is if you guys did not constantly support me, and I'm just so grateful for it. I do want to remind you guys that we do have our Impactful Living merch, so you guys can check that out. I will have a link to the shop in the description, so please go ahead and check that out. You guys can support that, and that basically helps me make more videos for you guys. And if you're new here, again, welcome. If you have certain topics that you would like me to go over, comment below. Let me know. Everybody knows that I comment back to everybody All you have to do is write below the video what your concerns are, what you're going through, for me to see it. Sometimes when you guys DM me, it goes into other boxes and I don't receive them. So I apologize early if I don't see your message. But the best way to get hold of me is on YouTube. Below the video, just comment below and I'll answer you guys back. So you guys, I love and I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on my next video.